Hey, it's Arch. Arch, where the hell are you, man? You're late. You're running late. You got to run the show. We want you, big boy, on the stream. That's where we want you, Ben. We want you on the stream. What's going on, big boy? Come on, big boy. Let's get the intro going and let's start the show. Let's start the show, man. Let's get the show underway. Yeah, let's get it going. Let's play Mum Chunks together. I'm here to tell you the awful fucking truth.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I love
Thank you so much for your support.
January, February, into March and April. Same way too.
Thank you.
May, June or July.
Fucking hell! Horrid!
I never
Absolutely
let a day
horrid!
go by
I give you shower and you snaky with me. What the fuck did I do to you?
Go away in August or September, in October and November, not to mention warm December. I love
Half a dozen pieces of fucking
so
shit.
another year has gone, I'm ready for the next one too.
If I can be with you.
Every single second, every minute, every hour, all the whole year through. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I love you.
I'm Archie Luxury. Tell me what you fuckers think of that.
Just want to I am sure that Lord they're watching this program as well, because he cannot stop watching you, because it's basically very attractive to you sexually, even so that he is not into men's, but eventually he is.
Lord, help me!
Yes, sir.
spent too much money.
I respect you. I will remain
Okay,
a fan.
I respect you too. I
No-
love
no
you.
hard
You can
feelings.
leave now because your time
That's
is
goodbye.
important. I gotta be totally honest with you. I don't want to carry on this bullshit that everything is a struggle. I've got to be totally honest with you. I actually have a tax bill kind of due, and this money would be extremely helpful to meet some obligations that I've got.
In October and November, not to mention warm December, I love you. Though another year has gone, I'm ready for the next one too. Every single second, every minute, every hour, all the whole year too. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday,
Holy
Sunday.
What the fuck? I'm looking in the mirror!
I love you.
Hey guys, it's Archie Luxury, and you are live on the live stream. We are here, and I just thought I'd play that. That's a intro that my good friend Savron made for me. Oh, that was a while ago. It seems like yesterday, but it was quite a while ago. So that's what we made there. Guys, what is happening? The watch market, what's going on? What is happening? Well, I'll tell you what's happening, guys. It's not over. It's not but we're gonna see some changes. The watch market itself, we're going through some harder times. And I've been there. I went to Hong Kong, I went to Singapore, and then honkers. And what's happening? Well, what's happening is very clear. Money is becoming more expensive. Expensive and difficult. That's right. That's the way it is. It's more expensive and it's difficult. And you know what that means, don't you? More expensive money. It means people have less disposable cash to buy crap with. Crap they thought was so important before, but really isn't that important. So what happens people are going to be buying less crap. But hang on a minute, consumerism, Rolex, we always got to get more Rolex. We want more and more Rolex. We want the Rolex. We want more. Well, hang on a minute, guys. You know what it means, don't you? We got to slow down a bit. Yeah, that's what it means. It means we've got to slow the fuck down. We can't just spend. This is the whole thing. We've got to be a bit more careful in our planning. And in my own case, I've had a fucking roller coaster ride of YouTube. Roller coaster ride. And I come out the end of this sausage factory and I love the bluesy. The bluesy. I think one and done bluesy is just such a gorgeous watch. Ceramic bluesy. Is the 41 better or is the 40 better? You know what? They're both got pros and cons. It's whatever came up for me at the time. I don't see a huge difference. I'm a value shopper. And speaking of value, let me tell you this. I really do think the whole collecting genre is changing. You know, go back to year 2000, people, they had half a dozen nice watches. That's what you had. You had half a dozen, one or two Rolex, a PAM, an IWC, a Speedy. That's what you had. That was an amazing collector's collection. Then with this free money, cheap money, and we've made so much money out of thin air, crypto crap, things have changed. And that's exactly what happens. With this crypto crap, things have definitely changed. Crypto, stock market, it all went ballistic. Then we had this pandemic. Well, guess what? Pandemic didn't actually kill us, but the measures, the train, the roller coaster ride had been turned on. And guess what? I see you, Whiskey Reaper. I see you, Whiskey Reaper. Jump on, guys. Jump on. Interest rates, supply and demand, supply chain issues. We're starting to see China real estate market imploding. It is absolutely, I know that's been delusional fantasist territory for a long time, but it's starting to go bad. I was talking to Jamie Opulence, you know Jamie. And Jamie had some bets. He placed some bets at the Casino of Life on China. He honestly had huge belief. And on paper, you can understand it. China's the place you put money into, of course. And you know what? China's property market's fucked. Completely fucked. Property market's fucked. Everything is fucked us. And I don't see it getting better, I'm sorry. I really do not see it getting better. However, for us, we're in the Western world. Okay, what's going on? Well, crazy shit's going on. You tried to rent a place lately? It's ridiculous. Have you tried to buy a place? It's ridiculous. And I've got to tell you, car market, it's ridiculous. Everything is ridiculous. NATO says China's real estate market was all a Ponzi. You fucking bet it was Ponzi. It was Ponzi. No different to this crypto crap. And unfortunately, real people have lost real money. That's the sad thing about this stuff, is that it's okay, you got your investors and okay, but people have actually sold real assets to put into this garbage, and the smoke and mirrors, it's fucking devastating. 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 What's to say a watch is worth anything? What's to say this is worth over retail? Or what's to say it's worth $5, $50, $1,000? What's to fucking say anything is worth something? And this is the reality we live in. We've got a first super chat. Thank you so much. I want to just say, firstly, what a wonderful contribution. Bruh! $2 Canadian. Big boy, ship is sinking. Get someone on or retire. Thank you. Thank you. Bruh, big boy, ship is sinking. Get someone on or retire. Thank you so much. Patel Philippe, baby Dodge sized Rolex. Baby Dodge. This is a ladies 28 mil. It's a 28 mil ladies watch. What do you think of it, guys? Do you like it? Beautiful. I love it. I love it. I love it. Just I love my Rolexes, little Rolexes. I love the Rolexes. Baby Dodge. Baby Dodge, that's another fucking disaster. That was a fucking disaster. This crypto crap. Plastic was spooking. Crypto tips. It was going to go to the moon. Remember this shit? Bitcoin's going to be $100,000. $100,000 a coin? Yes, that didn't happen. Speaking of crypto crap, I got the world's greatest dog trainer with a Negrani. Hello,
what are you doing here all by yourself? Where are your people?
Hey, we've got a call. We're bringing them in. We've got a super chat. Patel Philippe, $5. Archie, are you ready to get embarrassed when plastic shows up to today's luncheon with you wearing the Luxuria Lange that I showed you the other day? Actually, I got to tell you something. That belongs to my friend, the super collector. I've actually seen that Lange. Okay, it's a beautiful watch.
Luncheon. Who's paying? Where are we going? What are we eating?
Oh, I'm paying. Actually, Nelson Oliveira is paying because he's already paid.
Okay, excellent. That means we're going someplace better than the Vietnamese place in the parole office.
Yes.
Yes.
Understand. Hey, Marky, you know, those were good days. Unfortunately, the parole office has moved to bigger premises.
The Vietnamese
with the collapse of society, they've moved to bigger premises, as you do. And I've got to tell you, Marky, it's really sad. It's really sad that, you know, those were such innocent times. That's when when that parole office was there, I still had my collection.
You did. You had 5 identical Pateks, and I know this because when you slurped Mackenzie's noodle in the Vietnamese shop, you brought all of them with you to lunch.
I got to tell you something. Moneypenny, any tips from Moneypenny? What's going on?
Well, Moneypenny has disappeared quite a long time ago, and as I have theorized many times before, I feel that Moneypenny is likely changed to a radiator somewhere in the basement of one of the Rolex manufacturing plants in a medically induced coma, but fed with a feeding tube.
Okay, fuck me dead. You really think of some horrible ways to be in transit.
Well, it's the Swiss.
It's like deep sleep therapy, isn't it? Deep sleep.
Yes, exactly.
Remember they used to do that for mental health, deep sleep?
Well, I think they did that for the Mafia. Super chat from Patel Philippe.
We've got a super chat from Patel Philippe. $5. AC3, what topics will you cover with plastic over today's Mount Glorious Lunch Summit? Return of the Reverend Tattoo, return of Crema Whiter, hype watches. I got to tell you, the thing about plastic is what he did is he's got a 5-piece combo meal deal. And I got to hand it to him. He's got some really good stuff. He's got a Panda. He's got a Pepsi. He's got a Cermit. He's got a Sprite.
Oh,
And Solid Gold Submariner.
do you know what? He and I have damn near the same collection. The only thing I don't have is a Cermit, but I have a Hulk. So we have almost the same collection. Uncanny. Uncanny.
Exactly it. We had TW on the show last night. He seems to have cellulite. Have you ever heard of cellulite's quite
I think
nasty.
you hold on. Cellulite is that cottage cheese.
Cellulitis. He's got cellulitis.
Now, I believe that you and I both have the first one, which is the cottage cheese look under the skin, whereas cellulitis is an infection of the follicles, which actually you can get from like a nasty water in a hot tub. And but it can be quite deadly if it advances. It can go septic. And on that note, we have a super chat from Bruh.
We have a super chat from Bruh. Thank you so much there, Marky. $2. Big boy, does Aussie economy rely so much? Yes, that's our biggest trading partner. That's our biggest intake of students, our real estate. It's all based on China. Yes, we're fucked. We're fucked.
Is China buying Australia? Like, in a lot of places, foreigners cannot own land. But here in America, the Chinese, one time it was the Japanese, now the Chinese.
In Australia, you can buy whatever. We foolishly, we allow everyone to buy anything.
We do too.
We're fucking stupid. Like,
like in Thailand and in the Philippines, they
can't buy.
Cannot.
They're very, no, you're 100% right there. You are 100% right.
I'm not sure it's wrong what they were just trying to do. They want foreign investment, but they don't want to be, just like literally bought out, like they were Walmart and somebody just bought all the stock. Patel Philippe is back at us with another $5.
Patel Philippe, $5. Let's have a look at this super chat here. And what he's saying is, let me tell you what he's saying. It's very simple. Patel Philippe, $5.
Here we go.
Mark, one more point in terms of plastic is unlike Archie. Plastic only fills BP gas in the Audi. Archie is known to go to 7-Eleven for the cheap stuff.
What's up, guys?
Hey, how are you, Machine Gun Chris?
Good. Just relaxing, getting ready for the work week coming up. How about you guys?
Oh, Chris, you sound like a manly man. Is there really a difference between detergents and additives from one gas station to another?
That I couldn't really tell you.
Let's see. So basically, Christopher is gay. Okay. So, well, from the perspective of manly men everywhere, let me tell you, I'm not sure that it really matters. 7-Eleven really, Patel ought to know because he's
you don't want to use cheap gas.
How about Sam's?
Depends on the car you're driving.
What about Costco? We have Costco here. We have Sam's Club.
Is the gas any good? Do you use premium gas in the Lincoln?
You don't need to. No, it calls for regular. And so I have a Sam's Club. I go to Sam's Club. The car goes just fine. I get normal mileage versus every other Lincoln owner that I'm in contact with. And it's like 20 cents a gallon cheaper, but because it's Costco, Sam's Club.
Yeah. But see, the thing is, in a lot of these European cars, they have direct injection. Okay, injection.
Require premium fuel.
And you're better off to put premium there. The other thing you can do in that sort of car is the next thing you need to do is always change your oil and filters. These new cars, my Beamer is saying I don't need to change the oil for 30,000 kilometers.
Well, that's if you use a specific synthetic, but isn't it tracking? Like mine every day tells me how much percentage of oil life I have left.
Okay, 18,000 miles.
That's a lot. I would probably change it before, but it's probably some kind of synthetic, BMW approved.
No, it is synthetic, but I would rather change it at 6,000 miles, wouldn't you?
Do you feel like this is part of BMW's planned obsolescence to get the car to break?
No, what it is, it's so that the car works whilst it's under the lease. After then, it develops some very expensive problems.
My car just tells me you have 0%. Get in today, and then I go.
0% what?
Oil life. Actually, it starts warning me at 10%, but it counts. My car's computer counts down oil life. I don't know how it does it, but I can always look. In fact, I have an app. I could tell you right now if I look on the app, what's my percentage of oil.
Wow, on your stinking Lincoln. What a great idea. Machine Gun Chris, can I just ask you something? Are you so fucking happy to be out of the watch industry when the market's collapsing?
Yeah, no, I mean, like I said, I enjoyed the job while I was doing it, but at the same time, I'm kind of lucky to be in the job I'm at because it's a little bit more stable, I guess you'd say.
Look, working in big farm, that's an industry that's going to last forever, especially in bad times when people start to develop all sorts of health issues because their life sucks. You know what I mean? Your life sucks. So what do? You need the oxy. You need medic potions and lotions. That's what you need, man. And I got to be totally honest with you. The watch market, this was a giant Ponzi scheme that couldn't really last forever. I mean, seriously, this market, you had Bloomberg giving wristwatch investment advice on watches. Can you believe that shit?
Yeah, I remember that.
I mean, did you think when Bloomberg starts publishing watch advice for investing, how it's beaten this and beaten that? Do you think that
it was all over then?
Do you think this? Now, you notice they never talk about vintage Breitlings from the 90s and early 2000s when they do these. Why is that, Machine Gun Chris? Speaking of which, you're wearing a Breitling. Very, very good timing, Marky. You got the script. Thank you.
Breitling. Super
Very nice.
Well, why doesn't that Bloomberg article reference Breitlings? Can I ask you that, Machine Gun Chris?
Well, because Breitling historically has been a brand that has always kind of lost money.
They're worthless. That's why. Exactly. Well, Breitling did it to themselves. They're
not worthless. I think Breitling's a nice watch. I think they are a very.
I love a Breitling, but you buy Breitling with $2,000 or $3,000.
You know something? I could be all Breitling collector. You know what I would have? Let me tell you this. I'd have a classic Navitimer black dial. I would have a Super Ocean Heritage blue. I would have I like some of the Premier. You know the one with the world type with the map. I'd have one of those.
Yeah, I have that one. That's the Galactic Unitime Sleek T World Timer. I have that in white.
A fourth Navi. Oh, I've got to think about
Chrono. Whoa.
I got the Navi as the Chrono.
Yeah, but what
about
the
aerospace?
The Bullet. That's quartz.
Yeah.
You didn't like quartz. I love the Emergency. That's the one
Every Breitling collector needs a Colt.
It's entry level. They make them out of plastic now.
I know exactly what they do.
How about an Emergency where if you have a problem, you pull the wire out and then.
Hey, we got another super chat. We got another super chat from Patel Philippe, $10. Mark, I'd like to purchase a gift for my dear friend Angelic. He recently got a new puppy named Jake, and he's trying to teach him to pick up things. Can you do a Zoom call for him for a fee?
Indeed, I can. But I got to tell you, usually the people who profit the most from dog training consultations are the people who are seeking it out rather than the ones who are gifted. But sure, ask him if he wants it, though. Wait till he's struggling. That's what you do. Wait till he's having a problem.
That your shtick, Marky, don't you? You know how to do it.
You tell a guy, hey, you need dog training. Here's some. Then they don't really, want it. It's like telling someone they need therapy.
I see. Amazing stuff. By the way, guys, what I've done on my Archie Luxury main channel, I just uploaded a Hong Kong POV. That's point of view.
Honkers.
And that video is about 7 minutes of walking around Hong Kong Tim Sim Tsui nightlife. I think that was the first day I arrived. I just picked up the GoPro and went out there and did it, man.
Man on the street. Does Hong Kong have street food? And did you film it?
Yeah, they had little markets. It was fucking amazing. The funny thing is I really miss Hong Kong now. I really miss that trip. And
better, honkers or bangers?
They're different genre. I mean, look, I unfortunately, Mark, Bangers is changing. You know what I mean? Bangers is changing.
It's like any other big city now. Bangers. You got to go to Pattaya.
Yeah.
Have you been to Pattaya?
Yeah, I look, Hong Kong. I haven't been. I'm really happy I went to Hong Kong because that's your base. That's your base. Hong Kong is a really
membership, subscription ship, something or another.
Here we go. We've got a membership. Hey, so there we go. And what's your fee, by the way? If you could just tell Patel, Philippe, what is your fee for some dog training?
I do a puppy class for.
Okay, let me just say this: my BMW mechanic is on the same par as Mark's advice, isn't it?
Exactly. There you go. It's pretty much the same. Okay, we have 25.
Riskful thinking. Member for 25 months. The meaning of life. Paddock and Pussy Fikers. I got to tell you, that is the meaning of life. Unfortunately, I have lost. My collection was taken from me. Unfortunately, but you know what, Marky?
Where there's life, there's hope. You could still,
I still love you. I still love you. Okay.
What do I got to do with it? I mean,
still love you.
You have.
We got Yankee Doodle, $5. Arch, how are you going with the recovery from that horrible burglary? $5. Look, I got to tell you, okay, so seriously, that you know what? I'm actually getting better. It was fucking devastating. I have actually seen a psychologist. Okay, I've had a few sessions with a psychologist.
About tech? Tell us about that.
About the robbery, just the loss of stuff. And I don't think I'll ever be the same. Like in some ways I can recover, but in some ways it's very, very painful. What I'm trying to do now is, I'll be honest with you, I probably want to focus on paying down. I want to be like Marky. I want to pay the fucking house off.
What did you learn in therapy? Tell us 2 or 3 little nuggets of helpful tips to heal a broken emotion.
Number 1, if I wanted the burglars to apologize and bring my stuff back and say we're really sorry, they're psychopaths. They have no empathy. Okay, they have zero empathy. They're burglars. Okay, that's what they do. They have absolutely no empathy whatsoever. The next thing is, actually, I wrote this down because it was so important.
Well, you know what? We want you to dig that paper out because we need to talk about empathy. We'll get to these super chats, guys. We got a Patel Philippe and a Phoenician Cedar, and we're going to get to you, fellas. But right now, the Pontiff is on a hunt for mental sanity. He's actually made notes on how to remain mentally sane, and wouldn't you know it, he's lost them. What this means is he's not in full touch with his emotional balance center. Look at him flailing around, trying to find the advice that he thought was so important that he wrote it down, lest he forget. Chris, do you think he's forgotten all the benefits from his psychiatrist? Will he find
it? I don't think so. I think he's just a little distracted right now.
He seems to have found some paper. If you listen closely, this is play-by-play, and Chris, you're the color man. He's mumbling to himself a little bit. Archie, have you found the most important points?
Okay, here we go. This is what the therapist told me. This is what I paid big bucks to get. This is from the therapy. Okay, number 1. This burglary is nothing but a small blip on my entire life. Number 2, burglars have no empathy. They're psychopaths. And the next thing is anger. My anger about the situation. Anger is the reason I feel angry. It's my mind trying to protect me. And I've got to say, message received. Got it. Because you know how over in your mind you keep playing, if only I did this, if only I did that. That's your mind trying to protect you. You got to say, stop the nagging. I got the message.
Wow. Now,
Archie, are you reading the 7 rules of mourning?
No, he's reading notes that he made from his psychiatrist because he paid so much money.
Oh, because the 7 rules of mourning kind of cover those same bases.
Fuck! He lifted them. He lifted.
Yeah.
Where did his ideas?
Well, We got to come back to this. We do need to discuss this in more detail. But first, we got the super chats stacking up. Go to one from Patel.
Oh, yeah.
Patel Philippe.
Patel Philippe, $5. $5. Here we go. $5. I've had a few sessions with a psychologist. Is Archie's way of saying he finally finished Ron the Shrink's paid review submitted May 15th, 2016.
Ron doesn't even have those watches anymore.
And then we've got Patel Philippe, $5. Venetian Cedar, $2. Any updates on TW? TW wasn't well. No, we will update tonight. We'll find out what's happening to our T-Dub. Our T-Dub. We've got Wristful Thinking, $10. The Pontiff should wear an annual calendar as his daily. One watch for the Pontiff for a while. You don't wear a watch when swimming anyhow. Patek and pussy fuckers. You know what? I totally agree. The only thing is, guys, you know, I had 2 annual calendars. Can you believe before the robbery? I had 2 annual calendars. It is what it is. And unfortunately, there's not much I can do now. And I'm kind of moving forward. You've got to move forward.
As the French would say, c'est la vie. Such is life.
Such is life. Yeah. So, yeah, that's kind of how it is there. So, Marky, where's my Marky? Marky's gone. So, Machine Gun Chris.
I'm here.
Yeah, here. So, anyhow, I just want to tell you there, you know what? How am I going with? Look, I've actually, we got Doc BBW coming on here. Doc BBW, how are you, Doc?
I'm good, Pontiff. How are you? Can you hear me okay?
Hey, we can hear you loud and clear. We want to make sure you are well, alive, and doing great. That's what we want to do.
I just wanted to chime in. You were talking about, you know, going to the therapist and that sort of thing. And,
yes, sir.
You might want to take an example from Clive. Get yourself relatively sexy trainer and dedicate time to the gym. It actually helps with your mental status.
Good point. Good, very, very good point there.
And honestly, it's working for Clyde really well. He's like, I don't know if you've seen him lately, but he's, you know, he's getting quite trim now.
That's
you
good.
know what I'm sorry. What helped me a lot was being back into bicycling, you know, and riding. Just, you know, it's basically the same as working. It's same as working out. You know, if you ride for a half an hour, 45 minutes on a mountain bike up in the hills.
Yeah, I'll start. I got to have lunch with Plastic today. By the way, Marky, I got to have lunch with our good friend Plastic because Nelson Oliveira, he paid for the lunch.
I think he should pay for you and me to have lunch, and then we get Patel flies me out there to Brisbane.
Yeah, I'd love to see you. I got to tell you something, guys. I think the world is turning a little bit on the. That's why I'm. You know, I'll be honest with you. I think things are turning a little bit not so good. Okay, let's just say that. Not so friendly, not so good.
You mean financially, the world financial.
I don't think I don't think it's depression territory. Well, I fucking hope it's not. But I think we're heading for money is tighter. Unfortunately,
things are confusing. I think that a lot of consumer confidence is down right now. People confused and worried.
Yeah,
inflation is eating people up. Even though it's relatively controlled now compared to before in the United States, it's really, really spooked people.
Well, it's still high. That's the problem.
Gas is like $5.25 for regular.
And on top of that, China's collapsing.
Okay, just 1 minute there. Patel Philippe, $5. Archie, in honor of Plastic and his new high horology purchase, please pull up the Patek Philippe 5575G and tell us your thoughts on this fuckaroony. Okay, let's get this baby.
So Plastic bought a Patek?
I am seeing Plastic for lunch today. I have absolutely no fucking idea what.
This might be a
No
spoiler.
idea.
Might be a
Paddock
spoiler.
5575. Let's bring this up. Holy fuck! What the hell is this? This is an amazing paddock. It is.
I didn't think he was a precious metal guy.
I didn't think he was anything but Rolex guy. But hey, what do I know? You know, I got to tell you, this here is a look at this. It's a Patek Philippe World Time, fucking beautiful. Anniversary 5575 175th anniversary World Time Moon Phase. Well, I got to tell you, Mr. Zeal, that is fucking beautiful. Absolutely fucking beautiful.
Well, if
I didn't know that reference until Tanzil brought it up. It's 37 mil. So this in 2000, that's right. 2000 this came out. So this is when the that's the Patek that I used to have that was just released. And this is a special limited edition moon phase. Fuck me dead. What a gorgeous 175th anniversary. Fuck. Oh, wow. 2014. What? When did this come out?
That might be the date of the review.
Sorry. 2000. No. So in 2000. Oh, okay. Sorry. This came out 2014. Sorry. Apologies. Apologies to the Zeal. I assumed it was 2000, just how the article was written there. But fuck. Absolutely. It's beautiful. Beautiful. Oh, look how they've done that. That would be expensive to replace. Fuck. What's with the hippie strap? What's with the hippie thing? What the fuck is that for? Why does they need that on? Is that what cool people wear or what?
Mm-hmm.
They do?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Hey, Marky,
some people do anyway.
A little help, please. Doc, what's up?
It's never cool to admit you're
How's
cool.
it going,
you
Marky?
know that?
Percy, I'm so happy to see you.
Same here. It's been a while.
I know. Well, of course, you know we're talking on the daily on the what's WhatsApp group, but you know.
Well, that's true, but that's mostly joking and joshing around a little bit.
A little bit of joshing, a little bit of shenanigans, a little bit of joking. So, did you hear the Pontiff's therapeutic, points that he's taken from therapy?
I did. I mean, they're kind of generic, but I do think that a little bit of physical exercise does help with your mental status.
Mm-hmm.
It helps to get some blood flow going to the brain. It helps with your self-esteem, and the self-esteem feeds into that.
Could he have a subluxation?
I don't know what that is.
Well, you're not a chiropractor. The doc, go ahead and explain subluxation to Mikey, so you know. Chiropractic term.
I hate to say it. I mean, Mikey, you probably have some yourself. Basically, when the discs are like jelly donuts between the bones of the spine.
Sure.
And sometimes you can have something called a herniation when the inside of the jelly donut just squirts out.
You get a herniated disc.
But oftentimes you get a protrusion. So
okay.
it doesn't quite go out all the way.
Mm-hmm.
And
that's a bulging disc.
It's a bulge. And so oftentimes when people talk about a subluxation, they mean the same thing, that it's slightly out of position. A subluxation actually refers to almost a dislocation, but the spine doesn't really dislocate unless you're in a major accident.
Wait a minute. What kind of chiropractor are you saying the spine doesn't dislocate? I thought the entire basis of chiropractic going all back to
I'm being honest here. I mean, when we talk about manipulating, and some people will say, "Oh, we're going to manipulate it and put it back." Well, that's a bunch of hooey, but it does pay the bills.
You know what?
I mean, it's just keeping it real.
Guys.
Right on, man. Thank you.
You know what? Thank you indeed. Doug BBW, we got to remember he works for Costco. And so he's not dependent on private practice, and he can tell us the truth. It's all hooey.
Well, it's not all
I
hooey,
don't think
but
it's all hooey.
it's like a high level massage.
There
Think
we
of
go.
it that way. Think of it
Little-
that way.
A
You
little
know,
crack in
it's
this.
like it's a massage when you understand the anatomy very clearly. Whereas, most of the time when you're getting a masseuse, it's just sort of they're doing the same thing no matter what part of the body they're at.
Well, I once
Well, there's a certain part of the
chiropractor-
body they're doing different. That's a different
Of
deal
course.
altogether.
I once saw a chiropractor that didn't do the crack thing. He just basically put his hands with his fingers spread on your back and pulled on your skin, and he moved to your background that way without having to twist you or do any
That's
kind
a
of popping.
naturopath. I don't think that's a chiropractor. Was that a naturopath?
Yeah, it sounds a little different.
He was.
Was he selling
No,
marijuana also?
No.
Where does the where
Because
does the
some of them
hand-
do, but what?
Yeah, no. This was a chiropractor. He just.
He just couldn't bother to really crack.
No,
you.
but some of the chiropractors sell marijuana in their front office as you first come in.
I don't know. This was so long ago. This is so long before.
Hey,
pot
I
was
just want to
ever
ask
being
you guys.
sold.
Hang on a tick there. I just want to ask you guys something. How much? I'll tell you how much gas is in Australia, right? So, firstly, I want to ask you. You guys use gallons, don't you? That's the way
You
to
use
measure-
liters.
Yeah, we're not on metric yet.
A liter is
And
like a
our
quart.
gas. We have 98, which is that's our premium
Octane?
premium gas. Yeah,
98 octane?
RON, 98 RON.
Well,
Man,
Oh, I don't know.
we
That's
don't,
something
we don't really
different.
know what that means. I thought
Yeah.
you meant
I
90
do.
cents. Well,
That
what is
means
Here we
that's some hot fuel. You can. I mean, actually, the higher the octane means the lower the flash point, which causes it from pre-igniting in the engine.
Okay, so 1 liter. I'll tell you this: 1 liter is $1. I just filled up the Beamer. I just filled up the Beamer. Last time I filled it up, it was $2.21 a liter. Okay.
Oh,
$2.20. Now let's just work this out for US. $2.21, right?
it's like 4.5.
Alexa, how much is
Hang
on.
$2.21
No, that's
a
$1.41. That's $1.41, right? That's
$1.46 US.
Okay, one. I don't know where she gets her exchange rates from, but it's $1.41 on what I'm using. So that's $1.41 a liter. Now it's times that 1 gallon is times that by 3.78. 3.78. That's $5.32 a gallon.
That's not out of that's like normal for right now. That's like kind of normal for premium.
And that's our premium gas. That ain't cheap
but
gas.
that's why I don't like premium, because that price is kind of similar to what premium would be here. Maybe a little more, but not even a lot more.
But the thing is that I don't know this run. I'm not familiar with, but if that's anything like octane, then that means that normally here in the States, we're only able to purchase up to 91, I believe.
93 in some
93,
states.
yeah.
And then there's E85, which is a whole different ball game. But
that's
So I'm saying that I don't know how a RON compares to an octane in terms of.
That's what I was saying. Like higher octane allows you to run like more power.
Yeah, but I don't know what a
The
RON
octane
is
number is
compared to an
typically the simple average of 2 different octane rating methods.
Motor
octane rating and
okay. Well, 98 is just hot. I mean, I go to the racetrack and get 98.
Yeah, but it's not 98 octane. It's 98 RON.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
It is RON.
you're right.
That's what we're saying. We don't know what a RON is. That's
Yeah,
what
okay.
the point of this whole thing has been, is we don't know what a RON is.
I got a super chat. I got to grab this super chat here. $5 from Patel Philippe. Archie, pick whether plastic or Archie is better at the following: picking up women, plastic; picking up the tab,
Plastic.
Archie.
Oh, come
Picking the
on.
better collection.
Oh, come on
Plastic's
now.
got all Rolex. Of course, plastic has got. He's got
Tell
a
us
gold
the
Submariner, for
Archie,
God's sake.
can you even remember the last time you picked up the tab? Any tab. Go ahead. We'll wait.
Actually, sorry, I'm not even paying the tab today
Oh,
because
that's why.
Nelson Oliveira
Right.
has picked it up.
So how are you better at picking up the tab?
Okay, I was wrong. I stand corrected.
All right then.
It's just painful to have to say plastic 3 times like that.
The do run. Hey, Doc, what's a RON?
I have no idea.
Okay.
None. I've never heard of this. I've heard of octane, and I'm not going to Google it either. I don't
someone
care.
Google. Oh, Twompson has researched it for us. Research octane number. It's a measure of the petrol's octane rating. Thanks. Well, we knew that much. We just didn't know how it compared to America. Oh, here we go. Bobby
in
Orr,
Australia, we use RON. Okay?
Yes, Bobby Orr says 98 RON is 93 octane, and that's what we would say. So
okay.
Well, that makes sense because that's what we have here.
There you go. So it's exactly the same as here.
And then Jimmy
in Australia, we also have at some petrol stations. It's fucking expensive. 100 RON.
Nice. That'd be like.
Well, 100 RON is probably nothing more than say 94, 95 octane.
Yeah. Still. I mean,
can you drink that?
Today's cars have
Can you drink that stuff?
No, it doesn't. It doesn't have only probably 10 in California, up to 10, sometimes 15% alcohol. Only in the middle states they have E85, which is 85% alcohol with a little bit of gas in it.
Isn't that bad for your car? We got E10. That's 10%.
Well, if you see a car that has a little sticker or emblem on the side that says E-Flex or something like that,
or here in the Midwest because it's ethanol is made from corn, and we grow corn here, and corn.
That's what you guys put into your Coca-Cola, isn't it, to sweeten it?
That's fructose syrup, corn fructose syrup.
Why did they stop using sugar cane?
Because sugar is expensive, and corn fructose syrup is cheap because we grow a lot of corn in this country.
For
example, I live in Illinois.
What year did Coca-Cola change?
We subsidized the corn here.
Yes, that's true. Farm subsidy.
What year did they change to corn?
2003.
Oh, is that right?
No, I have no idea. But you wanted an answer. I gave you an answer.
Probably sometime in the 1980s.
In the 19s. Yeah.
But corn is also subsidized here in the United States for political reasons, etc. So
back in 1984, the Coca-Cola company made a conscious decision to move all its sugar-based ingredients over to HFCS, as it was significantly cheaper than cane sugar on the world market.
Well, in this country, we grow sugar, but not
up until this point. The use of cane sugar in soft drinks was ubiquitous. What is ubiquitous?
Ubiquitous means it was all-encompassing. It was everywhere. But in America,
almost universal.
That's right. We have sugar beets, so most of our sugar comes from sugar beets.
Yeah.
They squeeze it, and out of the juice they distill, the sugar, and it's almost indistinguishable from cane.
What's more fattening? What's more fattening, cane sugar
all
or
the same?
Corn
I think it's 9 calories the gram.
My understanding is that sugar cane is metabolized much easier than the
better. It's
corn.
Better for you.
Yeah.
Here's a good question. Coca-Cola contains sugar. Does Australian Coke use cane sugar?
Because you know what? Mexican Coke doesn't use corn fructose syrup. It uses sugar. And it costs a lot more. You want to buy Mexican Coke here, you're going to pay twice the money.
Yeah, Mexican Coke is definitely different.
It's better. It's the sugar, Mikey. It's the sugar.
Yeah. My suspicion is that it's cheaper in Mexico.
It is.
It
is cheaper in Mexico.
Just stuck with the old recipe.
Jack it up for the American market. I mean, you might as well
jack it up for the American market because a few people recognize that it's healthier for you.
You might as well drink Corona. Corona's not bad.
Look at this. Isn't this a great show? We're talking watches, Pateks. We're talking gasoline, and we're also talking sugar, and what's this is a great show. Mexican Coke. What more do you want?
Exactly. Super chats. Exactly, Mikey. Super chats. Mikey, do something. Mike, come on. Do it. Do something. Pull out the puppet.
Look what I can do.
Don't forget to thumb up, folks out there.
Look what I can do.
There's Mike.
Is there a super chat from Patel Philippe?
Yeah, there is one, I think, maybe.
Hell, he's been the hero of the night, but we got him all.
Been a big hero of the night there.
This one, have we read this one?
Well,
The one that starts out 98 run, I think, is fresh and new.
Sorry, I apologize. I've missed that super chat.
Did
Picking
you?
the better. So picking up women, that'd be plastic. Picking the tab, that'd be
one. Yeah.
And picking the better collection. Plastic's got the better collection because he's got all Rolex.
You did this because I said you never picked up a tab in your life. Super chat from Thomas Burnett, £5.
There's this one as well. Oh, you pulled it up. Okay.
Oh yeah, sorry. Thank you. We missed that one. Sorry, Patel.
Okay, here we go. 10 Patel Philippe, $5. 98 Ron was a great fan of Saved by the Bell, but 2023 Ron sits in the dark watching reruns of X-Files.
Doc BBW right next to him. Yeah. Hey Doc, did you hear that the
I've never watched that show.
Doc, did you
I grew up with Saved by the Bell.
No, but something big happened today. I read it in the New York Times, so it must be true. The Secret Service agent who was on the running board right next to JFK says the magic bullet theory is bullshit, and before he dies, he really has to speak the truth. He's 87 years old, and he's just released finally his message to the world. So look it up.
That'll be cool, but of course, there's always going to be the people who say, "Oh, he's lying."
And according to him, he was not interviewed by the Warren Commission, but he was on the running board.
A lot of people were not interviewed by the Warren Commission that were right there that could easily describe what happened.
And he found a copper-jacketed bullet buried in the back seat on the upright back position of where Jack Kennedy was sitting. You got to look that up.
Oh, that means they definitely don't want to hear from him because that means there's another gunshot somehow. How do you explain that?
Look it up, man. I don't want to read it.
Oh my goodness!
I don't want to make a copyright strike.
I mean, after all, Oswald was the lone assassin. Right?
Anyway, look it up.
That's what they say.
I'll
be right back.
We might even find out about the lunar landing once all this other stuff gets settled. Could be
you know what? I heard a rumor
I just
about
got a
that.
super chat. I got to read this super chat here. We got a super chat. Thomas Burnett, £5. Arch, there's a dealer in Burlington Arcade, London, that does birth year Rolex.
Yeah.
Saw a 1972 1016, £20,000 in the sale for you to buy. Stupid price. Fuck. That is.
It depends on the condition. It depends on the condition, though. If it's in excellent condition, that's actually not a bad price.
Yeah, but it's pounds. How much is 20,000 British pounds?
I think that's about.
How much is 20,000 British pounds?
I think that's 25K.
Yeah, you're about right there.
It's 25K. You're right. Look at you. You know your stuff.
Well, I sometimes go on the sites looking at.
It's a lot of money, in my opinion.
How much did you spend on your original one, Archie?
Oh, that's a painful question.
I know, but let's get right to the bottom of this.
Might as well ask him.
Arch, what did you pay for yours?
Probably about 10%.
Yeah. I paid under 2,000 Australian, but that was in 1990. So that's, you got to allow for
inflation,
30 odd years of fucking inflation.
Do you remember when you started spruiking the Polar Explorer and they were like $2,500? Because it's very hard to find one under 10 grand now. But you know what, though? It's still a relatively modern Rolex for like 10 grand, and there are very few like it. So I still think it's not a bad deal.
I do have a question for you with your 1016, though, Pontiff.
He's busy now. We don't know what he's doing.
I know it looks like he's staring at something.
We've lost him. He's noodling. He's actually fishing.
So the question I had about your 1016, because in the WhatsApp we were kind of talking about the watch sizes of Rolexes and 36 Rolex. 1016 is 36, right?
Yes.
So
then
36, correct.
So then,
because it's like a 34 mil, the actual case itself is very similar to a 34 mil case, but it's actually 36. It's like a Datejust case. It's like a Datejust case
of that era.
You know, but slightly smaller. It's a little bit different to a Datejust case.
But and I think it's slightly thicker. But anyway, the question I had was, how did it wear for you, given that you're not a delicate man, I mean, in other words, it was 36. It's relatively thin. Did you find it to be a little small, or did it seem to hit the sweet spot and feel about right?
It's funny you say that. It's funny you say that. It's like when you go back to school. As an adult, you went to primary. You remember going to school, and you remember it being really big, and then you go back to that school 30 years later. You think, fuck.
You try to sit at one of the desks, and you can't squeeze in.
Fuck, this is so. You know what I mean? And
it's true when you go back to high school, and the high school desks weren't very big, but
and the same thing with this watch. The funny thing, can I tell you something? I'm a bit embarrassed to say this to you, okay?
Tell
us. No one's watching, so it's okay.
Makes it better.
Okay. So I remember I had the Archie 5, I had the 5107 and the 5035, the annual calendar and the Paddock, right? The Calatrava. When I went back to them, I bought them. I got the watch back. Oh fuck! This is really cool. It's smaller than I remember. Now, is that because I got fat in the meantime? Or is it because I don't know? Does that make sense? I don't know. And
super chat.
We get another super chat from Patel Philippe there. Here we go. Patel Philippe, $10. Trivia for Mark and BB Dubs. Which iconic watch debuted in 1972? Same year, birth year of Pontiff Minuscule Horatio Paul Pluter from Le Ver de Dieu. If you get wrong, AC3 tells Rub Tug story.
That you better get ready. Because, when he says Laval les Jeux, is that a hint, Doc, that he's talking about a Valjoux movement? So I was thinking, did the Daytona ever have a Valjoux? But Daytona was around before 72, so it couldn't have been that.
Debuted in 72. Well, wait a minute. When did the Submariner go from 5513 to 1680?
Yeah, but I mean, a sub is a sub, right? That was
but I mean, when he says debuted, it was iconic, and when they put the date on it, that was a big deal. That was considered a debut because it didn't have a date on it until it had the date on it. I don't know if that's the year it happened, though. I don't know.
I'm at a complete loss. I have no freaking idea.
That's the only thing I can think of that happened with Rolex around 72.
All right. Well, is that your final answer? Or
wait a minute. There's also the fact that the Daytona added the screw down pushers, but I think that happened before 72.
Okay, I'm going to give my guess now. Are you ready?
What is your guess?
I'm picking this right out of the comments, but it doesn't mean that Damasco really knows. But this is what I'm going with: the Explorer 2, which we were talking about earlier. So maybe it makes some sense.
Steve McQueen, you mean?
I'm just saying Explorer 2.
Well, I'm saying Steve McQueen could have been 1972.
Wasn't he bigger? Yeah. Okay. Fine. You're saying the Steve McQueen, and I'm saying the Explorer 2. So we're covering our bases. He didn't say that we had to have the same guess.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. It's either that or the transition away from the 5512, 5513, adding a date window.
Right,
I know you're saying a sub is a sub. Okay. Well, I mean, you could say, yeah, that's true. An Explorer 2 was new. They didn't have an Explorer 2.
We're both wrong.
What about the milk house?
No. Patel Philippe has revealed the answer in the comments, and he says the answer is the AP Royal Oak. Let's go, Rub and Tug story. AC.
Oh, you know what?
Okay.
It's interesting how both of us, I think, read Rolex. And Rolex is nowhere in there, but that's what we read in the whole thing.
Well, he tricked us.
I thought it was a Rolex question too.
He tricked
Because
us.
really, who cares? Who cares? If it's not a Rolex, who cares?
Archie, are you with
Not
us?
really.
Can you hear me?
I am. I'm here. I'm here. We're listening.
Okay,
It's fantastic.
Yes, but did you hear the bit where I said that the answer has been revealed by Patel Philippe? And do you know what the answer is?
Yes, Audemars. Pigwet.
So we missed. We couldn't come up with an answer, and therefore, according to Patel Philippe, you owe him one rub and tug story. Now, you could beg off as a proper married man if you wish, but your choice. I don't mean to tell you what to do.
It could be a pre-marriage rub and tug. It doesn't say when the rub and tug happened.
Okay. I'll give you
Once upon a time.
You could even tell a story. Well, I'm not going to say anything more, but you can tell a story and then qualify it as a premarital rub and tug.
Maybe we should just get you out of this by asking for more super chats so that we keep the pontiff out of this precarious position.
He
Archie,
seems to be frozen right now.
Well, I told you he's busy. He's doing his taxes. Listen, Archie, give us some kind of a story, anything to make Patel happy, because he has been the hero tonight. So tell him.
Someone in the chat is saying, "Tell us a story, any story."
Exactly. I'm with you. I'm down.
I'm going to tell you a story.
Archie. There we go.
So I got to tell you something. So I went to Honkers in the past. Okay?
Yes. Don't have to qualify.
And I got to be totally honest with you, right? I mean, I go there, I had a look around, and I like to explore a few of I really like some of the dingy, sleazy little building. And what they do is this is the funny thing. You could have a really classy restaurant, and right next door to it is this shithole. They call them chopstick buildings because they're little thin buildings. They're a walk up, and they have like massage, or they have body massage, they have foot massage.
And it all depends on what you mean by foot.
And the ping pong show is upstairs.
I got to be honest. I thought, you know what? Let's give it. When in Rome, let's just sample this, okay? Let's just sample. So they have these little doors. So I knocked on the door, and
hello.
I knocked on the door, and this little thing comes. Actually, a middle-aged thing comes out. Okay, let's be honest. Okay, 40. I reckon 40. But I'll have a massage. Okay. So they got the menu. It's all in. She doesn't speak
oil
English.
or cream.
Got all the prices. So I thought, okay, it's 500 Hong Kong. 400 Hong Kong. 400 Hong Kong. I throw down 500 Hong Kong. Okay. 500.
Nice
Hong
tip.
Kong. Let's work that out.
That's what she said.
Okay, it's $63. 500 Hong Kong is $64 American.
American.
So firstly, she says, undress. I go shower. She showers me. It was actually quite good. Really thorough shower. I was really impressed by
all the nooks and crannies. What made it a good shower?
No juice.
And then look, she showered herself. She was very, very clean, very, very good. And look, I had a bit of a rub. I didn't want to go full because I just look. Let's face it. When you're in a sleazy hole like this, you don't want to catch diseases and that.
Wait a minute. Hold on. I need a bit more definition on the term sleazy hole.
Okay, it's a sleazy shithole of a building.
Oh, the building. Okay, continue.
Fuck me dead. This is not a high class.
He's working his way to the other sleazy hole, but that's a little later in the story.
Look, I mean, in all honesty, it's quite a
So whoa, super chat. We have $10 super chat asking you.
Please stop.
Okay, you know what? The mask called Squally on this one. The mask, $10 with a $10 Squally.
But I do want to continue. I want to continue what I did say.
Oh no!
But he super chatted.
Okay, wait, guys. In all fairness, we have been squallied on this one. But if you would like to undo the squally, A small super chat will continue the story. So just hold off, Arch. We need it because we don't really want to piss off the mask. But if anybody will give us $1, we can unsqually this and continue. We'll wait. In the meantime, think of something else to talk about. But let's come back to this. I really feel like he wants to continue. Jimmy knows it. You know it. I know it.
I think $10 gives you at least 5 minutes, don't you think?
Yeah, I mean, we really need to.
$10 got it in.
We need to come back. We need to come back to this. So somebody help us out. Even for $1, we can get another few lines of this story out. Help us out, fellas.
It's interesting he wants to continue, though, because it took us a long time to get him started.
In the meantime, Saved by the Bell super chat from Thomas Burnett. We're coming back to your story, Archie. I'm sure somebody will help you do it. Somebody will help.
Thomas Burnett. Here we go. We've got Thomas Burnett, £5. Trivia for Mark and Doc. Which Genta designed watch came after the Royal Oak in 1972 and before the Nautilus in 1976? Clue, it was recently re-released.
I think I know this one. I'm not going to answer, though.
No, please do. We need the help.
I think Mike should be included in here, too.
Yes.
Ingenor?
The NG. Yeah, let's go with that.
What about the Royal Oak Jumbo? Wasn't something similar to that re-released recently?
What about the Squally?
I'm at a loss because it's not even
IWC? Was it an IWC?
We're going with the NG. That's our final.
Yeah. I agree with you there.
We do not want to call Lifeline, and that was Chris's guess. Okay, $5 to unsqually the story. So continue.
Tony, okay, I'll and to be fairness to the other guy who's squally, I'll kind of. So anyhow, okay, this is a bit embarrassing, but I'm going to tell you this because someone's paid good money. So as you get older,
you actually paid money to stop. But anyway.
It's less interested in the actual boom. You're more interested in having a cuddle, having a female next to you. I gave her a really nice cuddle, just squeezed her. Look, she was a nice little girl. Well, she's middle-aged, slightly overweight.
Give her a premium squeeze. Is that what you're trying to tell us?
And where did you squeeze? That's not too much to ask, is it?
Everywhere.
Ooh, okay.
Is that a cuddle?
And it was kind of nice. It was kind of, I'll be honest with you, I get more fun out of that than the foot massage itself, okay?
Oh, yeah, the foot massage. That's just an excuse to get started.
I feel, Doc, that foot massage was a euphemism.
Yes,
anyhow,
I think so.
Then she gets me a drink. She gets me a beer out of her fridge. I didn't pay for a beer. It was a Blue Nun. It's called a beer called
a Blue Nun. Now, wait. I'd like to know: was it the twist or in
a can?
Oh, in a
can.
Okay.
I think it's Blue Moon. Sorry, Blue Moon. It's a Hong Kong.
Oh, Blue Moon. We have that here.
Oh, Blue Nun.
Put an orange slice in it. I don't know why. Blue Moon. With an
There's a difference between a nun and the moon.
Sorry, Blue Nun. It's Blue Nun. It's a German beer. Blue Nun.
Blue Nun is wine. Isn't there a wine called Blue Nun?
Don't want to ask what you had to do to make her turn blue.
Confusing.
Actually, that is a wine. Sorry, it was blue something. Okay, blue balls, blue something. Okay.
How about blue? Wait. Was it possibly Blue Waffle? And if you don't know what Blue Waffle is, guys, just Google Blue Waffle.
Then we had a bit more of a cuddle and that there. Then, before I went, this is a very touching Hong Kong moment, okay? She pulls out a bottle of XO. That's expensive cognac. It was funny. She's in this little cubicle. She pulls out a bottle of XO.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that hugs and kisses?
And it was like, this is a nice bottle. This is not a cheap. It's the bottle. I remember Antoinette gave me one, okay? Okay, I got given one. ER gave me one. Sorry.
Oh my goodness.
Are we allowed to say that?
And I got to tell you.
Oh, he's talking about the cognac.
Yeah, the
Mark.
cognac was so.
No, I know.
Your mind's in the gutter.
She poured me a cognac. I mean, what the fuck would she do that?
Where's the ER reference? Continue.
And I got to tell you something. That was look. I don't normally look. That's the story. Okay, that's the story.
We're still confused.
Yeah. So there you go. That's the story. She gave me a cognac, and it was beautiful vintage. It was a good cognac. Cheap cognac is brandy. Good cognac is very special.
So as we get to the ending of the story, let's just ask, were you happy?
Yeah, it was actually a nice
so
moment.
It was a happy ending.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, you would have easily paid 150 Hong Kong for the cognac in a bar, you know.
Well, you know what?
Maybe more. You'd pay more. You'd pay more. You would pay probably 400 Hong Kong for that in a bar.
Normally,
what I find fascinating is you were more excited about the alcohol than her.
No, but it's just a night. She didn't have to do that, did she? Didn't have to share.
Doc, some things are important. Also, you could spend 150,000 on the same thing. It's called marriage.
Yeah.
400 would look cheap on marriage. How many of you in the comments have given up half your shit? It can be painful.
Girlfriends can often be similar.
How does a girlfriend get half your shit?
Yeah, you're doing something wrong when that happens.
Just when you have one that gets expectant and
oh my goodness.
Well, tell us, Mikey, you have a story.
Mikey, you have a more exciting story.
I know.
I had a girlfriend that I like to give jewelry to, and she just she was kind of, in retrospect, kind of a gold digger, and
she got half your stuff. She did a good job.
Well, no, she didn't get half my stuff, but I spent a lot of money on her that, in retrospect, was an absolute waste. But that's all I meant.
That's why you needed to discover Thailand, where a transaction is fair and square.
Now I got the Gold Digger song stuck in my head.
Sing it.
I want to be. I'm actually. Me and my friend talked about it.
You want to censor yourself, though. If it's the song I'm thinking you're going to sing. Is it Kanye West? You better censor that.
Yeah. You don't want me to sing it anyways. I'll scare people away.
Mike, you know what? You might have been able to get off with a hotel shampoo if you had really played your cards right.
Oh man.
You weren't watching the office back then. Hotel shampoo. Do you remember when Archie left juice traps all over Nana Plaza? We have a super chat from Patel Philippe. Super chat.
Save us.
Okay, here we go. Here, super chat from Patel Philippe. Patel Philippe, $5. Archie, what was the beer name? Blue Moon or Blue Nun? How was it? Crisp after a foot massage? Also, you didn't visit any famous Hong Kong tailors this time? No, I didn't visit any.
Uh-oh. Who did we lose?
I didn't visit any.
Taylor.
Yeah, sorry.
It is amazing how quick they work, though, honestly.
I hear that's the thing to do when you're over there.
Hong Kong, Thailand, same stuff, I think.
They had some good. Look, I don't need tailor. Look, my weight is kind of fluctuating a bit. I got enough clothes. I don't want to spend money at the moment. Look, I
don't spend any money until you get that personal trainer hottie and you start doing the working out thing. Then you spend the money on your suit.
Yeah. Completely right. That's exactly it there. The Hong Kong tailors, they have some amazing tailors there. But I was just, here we go. We've got a crisp after, Blue Moon, look, I'm just telling you the story, okay? I tell you the stories, okay?
Looks like, seems like there's a little bit of ambivalence in the chat over that story. Some of the people are really enjoying it, and some people are saying, please stop. So I guess you can't please all the people all the time.
Well, if you want us to tell more stories, you pay more money. You want us to stop, you can squally them. You want to unsqually them, you could do that too. This is a very simple business model that we're working on here. It's pay to play.
It does seem to work pretty well.
Right? But the watch talk is free. What are you guys wearing? I have revealed the Breitling Super Ocean.
Oh, I'm wearing the bluesy. I'm always wearing the blue. I love my bluesy.
This watch check. What's that, Mikey?
Bluesy.
Speedmaster, Man on the Moon.
Speedy Man on the fucking moon.
Tissot TRX for me. Nothing crazy.
Tissot.
I was wearing my one of my
Big and little
for the happy hour and the weekend because I wear it until I can get back to the safe deposit box, unless I'm doing something and I'm.
How's that as a combo, Marky? Tell me that as a combo. What do you think of that? As a combo?
I think that's okay, except for the way you're holding them. The sub looks huge, and then that Explorer. What is that? It's an OP.
It's a ladies
OP 28. It's like tiny.
Yeah, 28. Yeah.
It's not a combo at all. It's like basically.
How often do you wear the ladies OP?
Thank you. Thank you.
Stud muffin, $5.
Stud muffin, $5. Yesterday was my birthday. I watched classic Archie luxury videos.
Well, that's sad. That's a sad birthday, but
actually, that's watching some of the older ones as well as some of the current ones is a nice pick me up.
Say hello to my little friend.
I think that bluesy is definitely you.
It's better than the ladies OP 28.
Well, I mean, it's better than most of your watches, to be fair. It's a nice balance.
True.
Got a little bit of dress to it. Still sport watch.
Super chat.
Super chat. We got Big Tony, $5. Doc and the other learned members of the panel. Why was JFK assassinated? He knew too much.
Mm.
He knew about the alien landings. That's why.
Mine is going to be the most controversial to some people.
Well, the mafia had him killed because he was going to shut down, the gambling and the corruption that they were enjoying in Cuba. A lot of money came out of Cuba.
Well, of course, the CIA has been discussed as having been behind it for a long time. And guess who actually confirmed that relatively recently in the last few years? That's right. Robert F. Kennedy Jr. confirmed that the CIA was involved. And then, of course, Tucker Carlson did an expose where the CIA was involved. But it's been discussed for years. But, I think that Robert F. Kennedy is someone who should know or should have an idea.
Well, his father, maybe the baby boy, was still shitting in his pants when that all happened.
Well, I'm suspicious that at least some of his family would be discussing it around him. But I think that the key is that they had every reason to do it because President Kennedy was going to dismantle the CIA, among other things, right? And he actually said that, which was dumb. I mean, he probably wasn't thinking about it when he said it. He should have just done it, but he actually made the statement. So that was a problem.
Okay.
They had reason to act.
We got the mafia. We got the CIA. Mike, what's your theory?
And I'm not saying the entire CIA. I just mean a rogue element of the CIA.
Rogue elements, a road squad that did some wet work. Black Ops. Mikey, who killed JFK and why? Chris, get ready. You're next.
I'm not sure exactly why. I don't know enough on the subject, but I don't believe it was just the single shooter from the library. I believe there was more than one shot fired.
In fact, there appears to have been more than one Oswald. How about that?
I'm not a conspiracy type person, but I do feel like the CIA does have something to do with it, though. I don't know. Just my thought.
I wonder if Marilyn Monroe might have done it or had it done. Women.
Wow.
Jealous women.
Woman scorned.
Exactly. Or maybe Jackie. Because Jackie wanted his brain splattered all over her little pillbox hat. She could have been mad.
Oh, that's terrible.
Okay, well, there we have it.
So, Archie, I went on a super nice motorcycle ride today.
Yes, sir. Where did you go?
I did a little 20-mile loop that I have right near my house. It's real windy roads, and yeah, just really enjoyable. You know, it wasn't going fast or anything, but I just got out on the bike and tore up some back roads and had some fun. And that's why I was late today.
Hey, that's okay, man.
But yeah, you got to make a point of getting out there and enjoying yourself, or I'll be stuck here just working the show and not really enjoying myself as much as I should be.
But the ride helped, didn't it?
Oh, absolutely. Oh, that's what I was going to say about was when Doc was talking about working out. When you work out, it's the same as riding.
Yeah, I've been doing daily walks.
It takes your mind, takes your focus off of. Sorry.
I've been doing daily walks. That's what I have been doing.
Yeah, those they help take your focus off of, your problems, and even just that little break, that little mental break, is so beneficial.
Exactly. Exactly. I've got to tell you what, wristwatch. Do watches make you happy? Is that part of your happiness? Is that part of the rehabilitation? Does the wristwatch? I got to tell you what makes me happy. You know what makes me happy? Downsizing. That's right. I have downsized to 4. And I really think, Mikey, for your own spiritual development and happiness, I'd like to see you downsize to 2. Keep the 2 Rolex.
Lead by example.
Or 1 Rolex, 1 Omega.
Lead by example, Archie. Go down to 2. Go down to 2.
Ooh, can't be done. Can't be done. I need 4.
Lead by example.
I need 4. I can't reduce more.
But what if Mikey needs 4 and he's only got 3?
I think I need 4.
He's got a yin and yang problem. He's got 2 sides. He's got 2 divers. 2 divers.
Maybe he needs an all diver collection. He's got to get rid of that. Or maybe he needs 1 more chronograph to even it out.
Yeah, that or at some point, make a sideways move, get rid of one of the Rollies and get 2 other Rolexes.
Mid-tier garbage. Mid-tier garbage.
Some cash in and
mid-tier
but
garbage.
I really like what I have. So
the other reason to kill JFK, by the way, was because he was pulling out of Vietnam. Military-industrial complex didn't like that.
It would have been so much better if he had of.
Yep.
Yeah, a lot of people.
Holy
died.
shit!
Yeah.
What happened?
There were a bunch of Australians in Vietnam also.
Well, that's true. Yeah.
The Aussies have been very good allies to America. They went to Iraq. They pretty much went. They went wherever we asked them to go.
Yes, we have gone because we depend on you because you saved us from the Japanese.
That's true.
That's the reason you saved us. We owe you big time.
Didn't MacArthur, when he evacuated the Philippines, didn't he go to Australia?
Yes, he did. He had a base in Brisbane. Did you know that? It was actually Brisbane. MacArthur actually based himself in World War II in Brisbane. Did you know that?
I didn't. But I mean, I knew that when he evacuated, he went to Australia. I just didn't know where exactly. It was very close for you guys. Very, very close. In terms of how close you came to the Japanese empire sphere of influence and an invasion. Very close.
Very close.
Yep, nip tuck.
Didn't we see some action in Papua New Guinea with the Japanese?
The Marines?
That's over in that territory, isn't it?
The Marines fought through all throughout the Pacific Islands, including New Guinea. The apparently the nastiest of the lot was Okinawa because that was just so close to the mainland. Well, not mainland, but the main islands. Stud Muffin super chat.
Here we go. Stud Muffin Super Chat, $5. Speaking of watches, pull up the email. I watched this and realized your collection was almost perfect.
Say hello to my little friend. Well, let's have a look at that email. What has the Stud Muffin muffined?
What's he done? Let me find it now. I'll get that.
Do you know the Muffin Man? The Muffin Man.
How many muffins does the Muffin Man muff when he muffs?
He lives
Al
on.
Pacino, I think, is in his 80s, right?
Yes, he is.
And he just had a kid not long ago.
Well,
yeah. Was that a good idea or a bad idea? What do you think?
Yeah, I think his wife is what, like my age, like what, mid to late 30s.
He can afford another kid, not a problem.
Yeah.
As long as the sperm isn't crooked.
I was just thinking, given the name Stud Muffin, that might have been why he picked that avatar.
Possibility.
Stud Muffin. That's a good point, actually, isn't it? Why would he have picked?
Well, he's picked a young. He's picked a young Tony. Tony, what was his last name in that movie?
Good question. Somebody in the chat probably knows. I forgot to turn my chat on.
Turn on your chat.
Somebody kicked me out, and when they kicked me out that last time, they also disrupted and disconnected my internet. I had to reset everything. Coincidence? I'm not sure.
Could be. Sounds like a conspiracy to me.
A conspiracy. Just
apparently the Indians have landed on the moon, Doc. What do we think of this? Or have they gone into low orbit?
I think we lost Doc.
Oh, damn it. We did this.
What's happened to our Doc?
Come back, Doc. Come back. Come back, Doc. Walkies.
Walkies.
Walkies. That was Barbara Woodhouse. She was a very sensible trainer back in the 70s from England.
Very sensible.
Yeah, she was an old-fashioned sensible trainer. They put her on TV here in Merca.
Well, she was a good trainer. How did you find her dog handling?
They put her on TV, but she was skilled. I was a kid at the time. It was early 70s. They put her on TV, like Julia Childs. She was the Julia Childs of dog training.
Oh,
I wonder.
Okay, I'm just going to share the screen. This is the email that he wants me to.
I feel like the CIA. Doc.
We're bringing it up now. Let's have a look here. Let's have a look. Oh, that was this. Fuck me, Dad. This brings back good memory. Can you hear the
at one of
noise?
Bangkok's leading prestige 5-star hotels.
What the fuck am I wearing?
And
I got the Montegrappa
I've got
on.
to tell you, I'm eternally grateful. And today what I wanted to do is I wanted to have a discussion about the Archie Luxury Collection. What's happening? What's I haven't
seen this in years. I haven't seen this in years.
And we've had some news here. Archie Luxury's Audemars Piguet, that's the Royal Oak, the 14790 ST. Audemars Piguet has just finished the service, just completed the service. It's on its way back to Archie. And this is an absolutely stunning piece. And I've got to be honest with you, I am a reformed credit card junkie. I'm very likely to sell the Audemars Piguet, and I'll recoup the money, as much money as I can. It's been a bit of a financial disaster. The watch cost me $6,000 US, well, 6,000 Aussie at the time.
Oh, geez. Get it back.
US was sort of on parity. And it's cost me $3,300 in service costs. So it owes me $8,345. Okay, that's what it owes me. Sorry, 9,000. Shit, 6,000 plus 3. $9,345. Even the pros like Archie can fuck it up at times. I think it's probably worth low to mid eights. So I've done $1,000. I'm very likely going to be selling that piece in the not too distant future. I need to reduce my credit card bill. I need to. How do I put?
Fuck. I look so happy there, guys. How come I can't go to hotels like that anymore? Can I ask you that?
Bit of a suspicious hand gesture there, though, don't you think?
Can I tell you something off the record?
Yeah, nobody's watching.
This was my blue velvet days. I couldn't afford a room like this. I was whoring on the side.
Well,
I was the whore. I was the whore here. Do you understand?
I do. I understand. I see.
Unfortunately, the market for chubby, overweight Australians has shrunk.
But fortunately, you have not.
Fuck me dead. You know, I look so comfy on that sofa there, don't you think?
You do. Let's go back to those days.
Remember a guy called Sofa King? Remember Sofa King?
No, we didn't have Sofa King here. We had Crazy Eddie.
No, that was a guy in the chat. Sofa King. Remember Sofa used to? No, you don't remember?
We had Ed Barbaro.
Okay, let's keep going.
Put this. Reduce the credit card, and I need to cancel the credit card, and I need to be more financially
How things stay the
responsible.
same. Credit card problems.
So the Audemars Piguet is coming back, and it'll be fairly likely to be sold unless I can't sell it because I've fallen in love.
Oh fuck! I sold it, and then the bastard went to $30,000.
That's what I was gonna say. Well, I'll tell you one thing that changed is you can't get that for $6,000 anymore. Oh my god!
Yeah.
I'm with it. Which, if that's the case, I'll have to sell something else. The Breguet Type 20 Transatlantic. It's currently it's in Hong Kong, Breguet, Hong Kong, where it's currently undertaking a full service, polish,
rub and type,
and a new crown. It won't be back for a couple of months. My good friend Ian, the watchmaker, isn't scheduled to go back to Honkers for a couple of months. And I'll more than likely keep the Breguet, which is something I've always loved, a flyback chronograph from a prestige maker. And Breguet, does it get better than Breguet? I mean, what a brand. Breguet, Napoleon Bonaparte. Breguet, we're talking Sir Winston Churchill, Arthur Rubinstein, the piano player. There's some legends who've worn Breguet. I'll probably keep the Breguet. Nice piece. Nice chronograph. What else have I done there with the collection? So basically the keepers, the Calatrava 5107 Patek, the Jaeger-LeCoultre Grand Reverso Date, the Breguet, 3 Hortology luxury keepers, and we've got 3 Rolexes. We've got a Datejust 16234 steel with Jubilee band, white dial with Romans. We got a Explorer 2 15570 Explorer 2 with a white dial, and we've also got a Submariner no date, which I just adore. My diver, I finally got a dive watch, and I've got to tell you, fuckers, those 6 pieces are going to be my core. I'm going to look at adding more pieces to them. I would love to add a Speedmaster down the track. Great bang per buck. My Tudor Monte Carlo, which I sold to my good friend Gregory Kinder, I've offered to buy it back at any stage because I love that Tudor.
You notice me and Gregory Kinder are no longer friends, by the way. We had a bit of a slight falling out there, Marky. Dog trainer. Where's my dog trainer's fallen off?
I think he called it a night.
Ah, that's okay. That's okay. Fuck, these were... What do you think? Oh, we got Doc's backstage. At least Doc's hasn't left me.
I'm here.
I don't know what to say. I was so fucking... What's gone wrong in my life? Can I ask you? What the fuck's gone wrong? This is... I looked a little bit fuller in this video here. What the fuck went wrong in my life?
I've mentioned to you that there's some products that can be used that will halt your hair loss and possibly even give you some new growth.
I don't need the fucking hair loss, Doc. That's the least of my problems.
Oh, I thought you were saying you looked fuller then.
No, I'm talking about the fucking chubbiness. I was a fat fuck.
Yeah, you lost weight.
Hey,
you've lost
Curly,
weight.
you fat fuck.
I'm just thinking you need to do the Clive thing and really just get on it with a personal trainer, you know, and you know,
I mean, God, come on,
you get a female one that'll motivate you to get in there, you know.
Yeah, this is Australia. I don't know if you know what Australia is, but
well, I've heard things.
Yeah,
it's completely
that
fucked.
Australia place, man. Woo!
It's completely fucked. Okay.
Oh, there's got to be a personal trainer out there that's halfway okay. I mean, you know, I'm sure there's at least one out there, one or two, and you know, you're almost there anyway. I mean, you go walking already. You get a little bit of exercise already. I just think it's time to take it to that another level, you know. I think it'll help your, you know, it'll help almost as much as say meditation would help. I think that would help too. But I mean, I think those both together would do wonders. The psychologist can only do so much.
Yes, you're right.
And you know, I think you've had some recent close calls personally that are reminders that, yeah, the watch collection thing, that was painful, that was a big deal, but it wasn't the most important thing in life.
Yes.
So I think you've had some blessings come your way recently, and I think they'll continue.
Yes. Yes. Hey, that's really cool. That's really cool. And we've got Powies coming on. Powie.
Hello, Archie. Hello.
Hey,
I'll tell you what's
you,
going on in your fucking life, Archie. For one, you don't drop the fucking link and you don't pin it to fucking chat, yeah? And second of all is you've got people like Mark on and you're running clips and he drops off, yeah? And if you run some more fucking clips, I'd like to see how long bloody Doc lasts as well. You might want to fucking talk to your panellists. Get your link on and fucking talk to panellists, mate.
Well, to be fair, he made some good points, but the clip was only because somebody super chatted for it, right?
Exactly.
I mean, he didn't say it, but I'm assuming that clip came from Stud Muffin's email.
Stud Muffin, pull it up.
Yeah,
Powie,
I mean,
pull it up. That's what he said.
He didn't
what am I supposed
say
to do?
explicitly. He didn't say play my clip explicitly, but I read between the lines to figure out that's what you were doing.
Yeah.
So I could see some people in the chat getting a little frustrated.
Stud Muffin, $2. Changing watch collection and not traveling hurts.
Absolutely. I think changing the watch collection probably hurts more than the traveling component. What do you think, Archie? Which was most painful?
Yeah.
I mean, you know, you've gone spurts without traveling. I think you can handle that. But this is okay. I mean, you know, it's a transition for you, and you know, you can't take it with you anyway. So luckily, it's just a matter of growing in a new direction.
Yes.
I think it'll be okay.
Yes. What do you think?
And I'm not going to talk about that certain president because every time I do, I get kicked off. I know you're not doing it, Archie. Someone else is doing it. Coincidence, maybe, but I'm not going to do it anymore. We'll see where we go.
Yes, exactly right there. It's that was fucking good time. You know that? Oh my God!
How long ago? What year is that video? Is it say from 2013?
Yeah, 9 years ago. Holy fuck!
It was 2014. Yeah.
Fucking years ago.
Well, nine years is a long time for all of us. Unfortunately, that's just the way time flies. It's a long time ago. What are we gonna do? It beats the alternative. You know. Look at it this way. It was 10 years ago. You were heavier then. So,
Well,
you know, some might argue you look younger now than you did then. Some might argue.
Hey, middle age, you got the whole second half of your life to go.
In other words, you're 50 now, right?
Yeah.
But in that video, you don't look 40. You look older than 40.
Yeah.
So you've done something right to get back on track.
Well, in that video, I don't look what?
Well, it's almost 10
early
years
40s
ago, right?
then. I was early 40s. Now I'm fucking early 50s. Fuck
come
me
on.
dead,
You're
Doc.
50. You're 50 years old. Come on. You're 50 years old. You're 50 years old, right? And so in that video, you were almost 40. You were like 41, I suppose. I'm saying that, you know, you looked a little older than 40 in that video, a little older than 41 in that video. So, you know, you've reversed that trend. You've gotten back on track. You know? And I think if you got that trainer like the rancher did, boy oh boy, you know, you might even look like you're in your 40s again.
Yeah.
I think you would.
You reckon a toupee would be any good? Would you get a toupee, Doc?
Luckily, I don't need one, but
would
I
you
don't
get
think
one?
I.
Do you think?
I don't think I could.
You know, Sean Connery had a toupee.
Yes, but he only wore it for the movies. He was never interviews and all the other crap. He'd wear it for the movie role, you know. James Bond says he needs a toupee. Fine, okay, I'll wear the toupee. And then as soon as it's done, toss it.
Yeah. What about the bartender for Cheers, Ted Danson?
Fuck, he doesn't wear a toupee.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
Well, he was wearing it on Cheers.
He did it. He did it on the show. And
I don't know if he wears it in real life. You know, in his personal life, I don't know.
I think he runs around without it. And John Travolta has just gone and shaved his whole head.
Yeah, he used to wear a toupee. His
just
wasn't very good. Yeah. Lots of folks wearing toupees out there. I'm just like, you know, I wouldn't do it. I can't. I couldn't. Yeah. For me, it's okay to, you know, I take medications to maintain my hairline where it is, and I'm happy with it like that. But if I didn't, I have siblings to know that I'd be what do they call it when you lose it all on the top?
Bald. What's that called? Patch baldness, isn't it?
Well, there's a name for it, but anyway,
receding hairline.
No, it'd be more than receding. It'd be gone. It'd be looking like Bozo the clown. And I don't like that thought, so I just continue to use the products and keep my hair.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, use the products and keep your hair. That's what you'd rather do.
Since it's Lolex asking, finasteride is one of them that people take, and then there's also dutasteride.
I heard there's some bad side effects. You've got to be careful with this stuff, you know?
It just means that maybe it takes you a little longer with the ladies, like I care.
Okay.
And then also I like minoxidil too.
Minoxidil.
Yeah. Minoxidil, very few side effects. It's like a blood pressure medicine. So for some people, it can reduce their normal blood pressure. So they do have to be careful for that. But otherwise, it's fine. And when you're taking it for your hair, you're not taking a full strength dose like you would if you were trying to drop your blood pressure.
I see. Interesting.
I heard that at least one of them, as you take them, and let's say if you experience new hair growth, if you stop taking it, you basically lose all all progress
Yeah,
that was made while on it.
Minoxidil is definitely like that. Like, in other words, if your hair loss had you set up for being Bozo the Clown, and then you were taking minoxidil to keep your hair on top, as soon as you stop taking it, within a few months, it all drops, and you're Bozo the Clown.
So what I heard was correct.
Chrome Dome. That's
Chrome
what I was.
Dome.
Thank you, Forbin. Chrome Dome. That's what I was trying to remember what the term was. Chrome Dome. Yeah. Because I've got a couple of brothers that they don't take any medications or care about that stuff, and man, oh man, that's what they are.
They've lost the hair. It's just gone.
Chrome Dome, complete. Like,
is that okay? Does that doesn't mean anything? What's wrong with that, Doc? Some men, some men can lose their hair in their 20s. Did you know that?
Yeah, but you saw me. The shape of my head. Come on. If I lost my hair, it'd be a disaster.
And also women can lose their hair too. Did you know? It's fucking devastating.
Yeah, I think for women it's a bigger deal because they're not supposed to. I've known a couple people personally who had thinning hair, and I had to suggest that they try taking minoxidil to see.
The other thing is, do you think the shampoos and conditioners can damage your hair? Do you reckon that is actually bad for your hair?
Most of the hair loss is genetic.
Hereditary.
Yeah.
Hereditary. Okay.
I mean, there's some suggestion.
Yul Brynner had no problem. There you go. That's a fucking good comment there, Al.
Actually, Yul Brynner is the perfect. When he had hair, it looked weird. He shaved it for the King and I role, and then when he started growing it back, everybody was like, "That doesn't look right." So then he just kept shaving it. I don't know if he lost his hair before he died. I don't know that part, but he definitely, the advantage of him shaving his head is he looked like eternally Yul Brynner. I mean, he never really went through a transition from a young man to an old man. He just looked like Yul Brynner the whole time.
Exactly.
In fact, the movie I like with him, everybody.
Remember was that Kojak or was that Yul Brynner? Don't smoke. Was that Yul Brynner?
Yeah, that was Yul Brynner. He was doing a 60 Minutes interview, and then they brought up the smoking thing, and he was saying that's what likely gave him his cancer.
Well,
and then he just during
an actual commercial.
Well, he said during the interview, he said, "I'd like to make this a public service announcement if I can," and then they said, "Go ahead," and then he just did it. One take. And
don't
that was
smoke. That's what he said.
Yep.
He said something like, "By the time you see this, I'll be dead." And it was because of smoking.
Yeah, he said something like that.
Yep. I saw it. I mean, I saw it the first time it was ever aired. I remember.
Yeah. I like
Is smoking that bad for you? What do you think, Doc?
Absolutely. That's the reason I got Tanzil and gin and Rancher to quit, or at least switch over to vaping, where at least you reduce the carcinogens from the hundreds of carcinogens in a standard cigarette to
organic.
They're saying it's a single carcinogen when you're vaping. I'm like, that's a good trade-off.
Yeah, but I think they use propylene glycol to mix in with the tobacco oil, and that causes something called popcorn lung. That's a new thing that's just popped up from vaping. And
but they mix in a lot of stuff with tobacco.
Of course, absolutely.
And the other problem with tobacco is they have known carcinogens, and we don't know how they interact with one another. They may not even be. It may be exponential because of the interactions between the various carcinogens in tobacco. So I don't know. In cigarettes, I would switch to vaping, and I'm actually pretty happy the ranchers quit smoking altogether.
Oh, he's
for
not even
several
vaping?
years. He's not vaping either. So, because what happens is when you get down to vaping, now you're only really addicted to the nicotine part. And then it's just a matter
Yeah.
of titrating and reducing the amount of nicotine you're using. So I suppose he got to the point where he wasn't taking in a lot of nicotine and he could just quit.
Yes.
So nasty habit, that smoking, nasty habit. I think we got a super chat.
Thank you so much there. So much. That's fantastic. We got a super chat from Stud Muffin, $2. Arch. Here we go. Arch, give a response of your collection from 2014. Ooh. I got to be honest with you. I look back at that. I wish I could go back in time because I loved each of those watches. I really did love. And it really hurts to have the collection yanked out of me, yanked off me like it did. But I've got to be honest with you. Look, those were great times. Those were innocent times. They were great times. And I really did enjoy those times. They were great times. So I can't complain about it. I can't complain.
You know, there are some people in this world, many people in this world, most people in this world that never experience any of these luxury watches, or certainly none of these Rolex.
Yeah, you're right.
So,
you're right.
And you'll always have the memory of it, and you can
Yeah.
always. A friend of mine and a neighbor never looked back. So, had a Corvette, and the
Yes.
matched it.
Oh, we're
And
losing
so
you, Doc.
You're losing me.
Yes.
You're back now.
Amazing. I didn't talk about that president. I swear. I had an old 66 Corvette, and when it got smashed, I didn't smash it. Mechanic smashed it accidentally. I just felt like it's better to sell it. So I sold it. And he said, I was debating about buying another one. And he's like, don't look back, just move forward. And
don't look back.
I
Just
think he
move
was right
forward.
about that. He was right about
Scientology says the same thing. Don't ever look back. Look forward. Look forward. Look forward.
I think Scientology probably stole it from someone else. But
he stole from that mechanic.
Well, the mechanic, I had to sue him and all kinds of craziness. It was amazing. Golly gee. The transmission was stuck in second gear because it was a 66 Corvette, but it wasn't like a museum piece. I drove it, but it got stuck in second gear, and he fixed it. And then he said he drove it around the block to test it. And then he smashed it into a wall because those older cars, they didn't have disc brakes,
No, they had drums, didn't they? They weren't very good at stopping.
Didn't
Anyways, I'm like, what an
didn't
idiot.
the 66 Corvette have front discs?
It had option.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, had option.
So yours had all drums, did it?
I believe it did.
Oh, I had one or the other.
I know that.
Well, I had that Mercedes, the Pagoda. It had discs at the front and drums at the back.
Yeah, that was a common configuration.
It wasn't very
common
good at
initially.
Stopping.
Right.
It wasn't very good at stuffing, I must say. By modern standards. Probably by those standards of the day, it was good, but...
And I had a 65 Mustang that was drums all the way around. Same sort of thing. It took a while to stop.
Even little Honda Civics and Accords and stuff up until 10 years ago or so had little drum brakes on that little rear axle and disc brakes on the front wheel drive cars. Yeah, I mean it's nothing new, and it's been used recently. Maybe still be used on some lower end cars.
I just he didn't tell me that he smashed it. I had to find out. Actually, my ex-wife was the one that told me.
Oh,
and
man.
Fuck.
She didn't even tell me. She just said you might want to take a look at your car, because he was supposed to be working on the transmission, and when he fixed it, he didn't tell me he fixed it because he smashed it. And I
Did he
don't
bill
know
you
when he
for
was.
fixing it? Did he bill you for fixing it?
I did not pay him for fixing it, and I had to take him to court to get my money on the car. I didn't get the full amount of money on the car, but at least I got something.
Was he difficult to deal with?
Oh yeah. I basically had to take him to court, and because it was a moving violation, I was able to have, because I won in small claims. I took him to small claims. And then
Yeah.
I was able to win in small claims, but did you know that at least in this country, you don't have to pay just because you've lost? Like there's no enforcement of that. If a person loses in small claims and doesn't feel like paying you, there's not much you can do about it.
Oh, okay. So what happened then? Did he pay then or not?
Well, because it was a moving violation, because he was driving the car at the time, I was able to put a restriction on his driver's license. And that's when his wife forced him to pay.
Oh, he wouldn't have paid otherwise.
No. I don't remember why it had to be his wife that intervened. My guess is because she was involved with the shop as an owner.
Fuck.
But yeah, that was weirdness, complete weirdness. If he hadn't done that, I'd probably still have the Corvette. So.
Holy shit! The Corvette? You mean the Mustang? The Mustang.
Well, the 65 Mustang I had got smashed by my nephew.
Oh, sorry. You've had sorry. Oh, that was the Vet. Oh my God.
Yeah, the Corvette was a different story. So I've had a couple of classic cars that have been in their little accidents. But that's why
I will be 1 minute and I will be straight back. Just hang on. Give me 1 minute. Just cover me for a minute, Doc.
I guess I'll just look at the chats. Free discussion until he comes back. Let's see what we got. Is anybody saying anything?
I had a classic car crunch. When I had my bicycle shop, a customer bought this. Somebody parked a couple cars across the street for sale, and one was a 1949 Plymouth wagon. And one of the loyal customers, very well off, bought the car and gave it to the shop. And the night that I took it home, I pulled in and parked it in the driveway. But it was from 49, so the emergency brake was a lever you pulled, but the teeth were rounded over in the area where it engaged, and I engaged it and left the car in gear like you're supposed to. And my roommates came home and jumped in it and vroom vroom, playing with the shifters, put it in neutral, and got out, and literally the emergency brake would just go boom and let go, like with nobody even around the car. And that happened, and the car rolled backwards down the driveway and across the street and hit a tree going backwards, and on the day that it was given to me. Pretty sad.
Who was driving it?
Nobody was driving it. The emergency brake would let go with no prompting. It just, like I said, the teeth on the ratchet were rounded over, and so you pull it, but it would just let go at any time for no reason. And everything was fine because I parked it and left it in gear. But my roommates had gotten in it and played vroom vroom with it and shifted the shifter, and they put it into neutral. And sometime after I went that night to go see my girlfriend, and sometime after they played with the car, the emergency brake let go and the car rolled backwards. And,
oh fuck! That's. I hope you had a go at them about this.
yeah, I did, but there was really nothing I could do. This is the same time I had a Vanagon, and I let them take it to go down to LA for a bicycle convention or something, and they blew up the engine.
Oh no!
And
That's fucking ridiculous.
I was just like, you know, fuck. What can you do? I mean, they're your employees, so they don't. You know, you don't got any money. So I made them.
Well,
I paid for it, but I made them go get the car. It was halfway to LA. You know, like 250
well, I
miles
know when
away.
I let my nephew drive my car and then he smashed it. It was easy to establish a rule that no one else drives my car but me.
Mm-hmm.
And
guys, I got to tell you something. I actually got to do something. So I'm gonna turn the show off now. I got to do something with my son. I've got a few problems I've been dealing with. Nothing serious, but I've got to go to I got to do something with him, and I've also got to go to plastic lunch. So I'm gonna end the show.
of course, and that's not nearly as important.
Yeah. But
say hi to Plastic. I've always
I gotta
enjoyed
fix
chatting
something
with
up.
Plastic.
I got to fix something up for my son. So, guys, I am sorry. I'm going to end this now. But I want to say thank you for coming on. That was really, really cool. We had a nice show. It's a bit. I'm running it a bit shorter.
For John Galt, when a nephew smashes their '65 Mustang with a original 4-speed and a rebuilt engine that I rebuilt myself, it's never really the same. I try to treat him reasonably, but it's not like it used to be.
Guys, I will be getting some photos from the lunch with Plastic. Guys, thank you so much for coming today, and I will see you tomorrow. I'll be back.
All right. Hope things go well for you, Arch.
Yeah, I just got to do something. He's missed an appointment. I got to make sure he gets to it. So thank you so much, guys. I love you.
You're a dedicated father, and that's a good thing.
Thank you so much, guys. See you
Have a
later.
good night. Have a good day. Have a good day.
Don't forget to thumb up, everybody out there.
Thumb up, please, guys.
Give us a nice little
upvote.
Upvote.
See you later.
Bye-bye.